Let's do this. Let's dedicate this Iditarod and run in honor of that battalion and those men. It just gives it a whole new meaning. I don't think that the Iditarod is about us. It never has been. It's the least we can do for any of the men and women that have fought or who have served our country. But it's a salute. It's a salute to them and an honor for us. Animals in particular are really spiritually based. They know so much more than you think they do. They know when someone needs them or when someone doesn't. Like, they will find, one of our Alaskan Huskies named Dawson always found the child in the group with our school programs that was abused or just was having a difficult time, and he would spend the whole weekend with them and really heal that child. I've had teachers tell me that that's the first time they ever saw that child hug something or say I love you to something.
We can go through certain instances in our life, like with Chris and being in the Marines, where you have such an intense bond of brotherhood, and sometimes it's hard to find that other places. And I feel that, you know, dogs too can help people who maybe miss that and who feel lack coming back into this kind of lifestyle. They find that again through these animals, and it can be a healing process because they feel like they still have that family, you know, that atmosphere and that partnership, that teamwork that is so valuable and so loyal, and it's hard to, you know, lose.
Who was using Starbucks?
I think we try not to pry too much into maybe what he's working through personally, because I think a lot of times working with animals will help that whole process.
When our unit was over in Afghanistan, I think all of us, including myself, you kind of had to learn to think of things in a certain way. You had to find that switch mentally and somewhat emotionally, how to deal with things that were going on and how to keep pushing through, because you weren't going to be very effective at your job and you weren't going to be a good member of the team if you were losing it mentally. In order to not lose it, you had to kind of just get rid of all the emotion, the thoughts, and just push through, and just almost like a robot in a sense. All these horses, you know, working with these horses and the dogs with the dog team, that they did for me was it gave me something to care about. It wasn't because I had to care about it or someone had asked me to care about it. I genuinely found that I did care and it mattered to me. And it had been hard for me to find something that I did care about the last few years. And so this was a perfect thing. It made a huge, it was surprising to me what it has done. So.
I thought Chris might be pretty in tune to it's a pretty intense team experience. And not near as intense as what he was involved in overseas, but it's that ability to read your teammates, and I think he understands that there needs to be a leader, but even a leader is dependent on his team members. The team members are definitely dependent on the leader to give them direction, confidence, and discipline.
With Chris, I've seen him smile a lot more. For someone to start something, working with horses, just straight out of the blue, there was something special going on. And the same thing with the dogs. And so it's just been really fun to see Chris develop those relationships with the dogs, and the fact that he's even there when he doesn't have to be there. Or the same thing with horses. 10:30 at night, Chris is down there feeding horses. You know, and I tell him, Chris, when you have to work late, just give me a text. I can run down and feed the horses. I don't want you out here at 10:30 at night. And, you know, his response was, no, I want to be here at 10:30 at night. He said, I want to go bring those horses in and feed them and take care of them. And he said, it's not just, I'm not just doing it for the horses, I'm doing it for me too. You know, my love of being here with them and having them depend on me. So I thought that was really special, because it'd be really easy to call someone else and say, hey, can you go feed for me? But, you know, he won't. He wants it too bad. He wants to be with them.